Most people think that it's impossible to get someone to hand over their car, but it's kind of crazy because I literally do it every single week, right? So I'm normally getting cars from other people where they're basically sending me their cars and they're basically telling me to rent their cars out for them. So to convince somebody to give you their car, you probably look at it as like such an impossible task or something that you think that, why would somebody do this, right? So you probably ask, why would somebody even do this in the first place, right? So this is this exact script that I have, that I've seen it so much. I've been approached by so many people, and I've also approached a lot of people myself. So I have a full step-by-step script that I would like to show you guys this week in this video. And it's so crazy because I would never even believe that there's like a method to this, because the question still lingers, right? Why would somebody give you their cars? But I can tell you this right now. If a situation makes sense for someone where they would see how they can profit or see how they can make money from this, I promise you they would do it. Especially if you're talking to a person with like high IQ, right? Like not just some idiot. Because most people, they just no brain cells, bro. Like you can't even convince them to do this stuff. But at the same time, if their friend does it and their friend said, hey, I actually make money doing this thing, they start doing it as well. I don't even get why people do this shit, but they do it, right? At the same time, I can tell you this right now, bro. People will hand over their cars if it makes sense for them. And if it makes sense for them, they'll just keep doing it over and over again, right? So on here, I would see exactly if somebody said to me that, hey, if I give you my car, what happens if something goes wrong, right? First, you would have to explain to them how the Turo insurance works. That's if you're using Turo's insurance or if you're doing private. Say for instance, if you're doing private, you would want to have your own private commercial insurance, right? That would just protect you and them. You can use tint for certain things that would protect the car while it's not being in use, or you could just use a normal commercial thing like Liberty Mutual or something like this. I don't know what a lot of people do with their car insurance for doing private, but you just want to make sure that you're protecting the person. Oftentimes, if a person give you their car, they would have insurance on it, right? So you want to just approach it from an angle where you're not trying to be the insurance guru, right? You don't want to do this. You just want to show them the exact Turo insurance plan and how Turo explain it to you. So how Turo does it is they show you their exact plan on their platform, right? So on the website, when you're using Turo, you can show them that exact thing and you show them how much the car is insured by. I think it's over $1 million for just limited liabilities and bodily injuries, stuff like that, for the Turo plan, right? And once you can show them how they can just be indemnified if something actually happens, then that's kind of all that person really wants to know. So once you can answer that question and include it in your knowledge base based on just showing that person that, hey, if something happens and we can prove that it's the renter, which oftentimes it will be the renter, so it's going to be covered by Turo or their actual insurance, right? So yeah, which is the person, the renter insurance. So the script that I have here, it works every time. I've been using it for basically like 2 years now, bro. So every time somebody call me and even mention, hey, I have a car that I want to send to you, I would literally just go over this script just in my head, where I would first send them an investor packet, right? Because what I do is I create an investor packet of how much that a specific car can actually make, which is like a sedan, a SUV, a Jeep, a Tesla, just whatever it is. And I would just look on my past performing vehicles, and then I would just use that as a projection. I probably would just give less than what they actually proven to do so far, which is like, say for instance, I have a car that made like 20K, right? I would just put on the investor packet that I can insure this car to make 16K for the year, right? And you're not saying the exact 20K because that probably not happen. You're giving yourself some room in case things go wrong, right? Because things can go wrong, and the amount of money that you promise that you could make to this person, it just doesn't happen. So it's like, I always give myself some room when it comes on to doing these investor packets, right? So now I would send a person the investor packet and I would have them look it over, and they would see everything that would happen, like everything that we would cover, everything that we would do for them, because all the questions that they would ask is who talked to the guests, who cleans the car, who dropped the cars off, like who does all that stuff, right? So once you can create a way to ensure that these things are being done all the time, like cleaning the car, managing the car, taking all the photos, making sure the car is clean, like just things like that, right? Once you can, and what I've done, I've just built a team below me so that they can do all that stuff, right? So my entire team does every single thing thing every single day, whether I'm up or not. Once I wake up, I would have like my community messages that I would basically message my entire team, and I would ask which car is going out when. I would have my assistant just messaging that the entire people who are just cleaning cars, dropping off cars, and they would just basically make it all happen, right? I just need to make sure that cars are being dropped off on time, things are just being done, cars are going to the customer clean and not dirty, and all these different things, right? So it's just once I can ensure those things to happen, that's all that person cares about who's going to give you his car. So the script that you can use to say to them is, so say for instance, like you're getting like a cold lead, right? So say you want to approach somebody from beginning, most likely the first person I would say you should like even try to approach with this script is just like a family member or like a close friend, somebody who already know you, right? So that person would just take a better bet on you than like a random person. Well, don't get me wrong, I had better relationships with random people than with closer friends doing this stuff. I promise you, bro. It might seem like the opposite, but trust me, you would do better with a random person that you just met over somebody who you've just known for years, right? And usually I would basically say in this script, hey, I notice you don't use your car that much, especially if they have like a second car, right? Or something like that. And you can just be like, I currently run a rental car service that I handle everything, like the cleaning, the insurance, and the guest customer service, right? So once you can just pitch them this offer and pitch them and say to them that, hey, your car is just sitting down, it's not making any money, I can make money for you. Would $10,000 be okay for you? Like you basically ask them, would you basically use an extra $10,000 in your life? That's how I would approach this stuff if I'm talking to a family member. And if you can tell them that, hey, like I can guarantee you an next $10,000, or I can guarantee you close to this, or at least I can just, your car is just not making money, bro. Like we can just make it cash flow right now, right? And once you can convince them, you just basically needed a reaction from them. You need like an answer, because most likely what they'll ask you is, what happens if something goes wrong? And you basically can just say to them, so if something goes wrong, the Turo has insurance and they could just cover you up to whatever the insurance plan that you pick, right? And that's one of the reasons that after that, now you go on the Turo website and you show them the Turo plans that they have to offer. That would give them a peace of mind to understand that like if something actually goes wrong, it's indemnified, right? And what you want to do is they go and think that, okay, like why you just want to make me money out of the thin air? Like if somebody asks you that, you're basically just saying it's an opportunity so both of us can make money. And once you can say that to them and show them how both of you guys can make money, you show them the win-win scenario. So now you would give them your percentage split. So now you would easily communicate and tell them, hey, 60% is for you being the car owner, and then 40% is for me being doing the operations and cleaning the car and dropping off the cars to the different locations that the customer needed, right? So once you can basically communicate this and you can show them how they can make money consistently, you're in the green. And I've done it before where I've done it with like this guy, he had like Nissan Murano, and even right now that Nissan Murano is cash flowing to this day, today. And that guy just brought that car over with the same exact script because I found him on Facebook Marketplace. So sometimes what I'll also do is I'll go onto Facebook Marketplace and I'll look for people who are selling their cars in my area, right? So this is one of the number one ways that I use to pitch this exact script. And if you literally have problems with us like coming up with your own script or whatever, because my script probably not gonna work for you guys because you don't want it to seem all robot-y like, you understand? So you just want to seem as natural as possible. So you want to just show them if they would be open to like a quick chat, right? So once they say they're open to a quick chat or they want to hear more about it, you just send them that investor package that we just spoke about. And the investor packet is what would show them how much they can make, right? Not how much, like, and the reason you can get this data is from just doing it yourself or just like getting the data from, I don't know, somebody who's already doing it like a long time. So if you can ask how much these cars are most likely to make, then you can have that data to pitch whoever your new person is. So if I were like a brand new person trying to get my first OPC from somebody else, what I would basically do is I would just go onto Facebook. I would look for people in my area that are selling cars just right now and people who are looking to just get rid of their cars. And instead of just, you can convince them saying, hey, I noticed you're selling your car. That's a really nice car. Instead of selling it, how about just making money consistent with that car for X period of time, right? And now when that person asks you, huh? Like what? What are you talking about? And don't get me wrong, like most times you DM someone, you message someone like that. There's so much scams on Facebook, bro, that like most people would just think that, this is a scam. You understand? But what you want to do is you want to send them like a legitimate video, or you can send them a photo, or what you can do is try to get their number to get them on a quick call, right? And once you can get them on a quick call, you can show them like, hey, actually do this, like I did this for this guy right now. He's also in the neighborhood, or but if you don't have a person, obviously you're not going to say that, right? So you want to basically say, hey, this is the service that I offer. So me personally, even if I don't even have a first person, I want to keep speaking like this is just the business that I've been doing this whole time, right? So what I want to do is I'll say like, this is what we usually do. We usually manage people's cars and we cover everything. We talk to the guests for you. We drop off the cars for you, and we do all the customer service. And as well as we make sure that claims are done. We make sure that if something happens to your car, like a damage or something, we can file the claim to make sure that you get your money back, you understand, for your car. So this is how I would enter just a random cold Facebook chat. So a random cold like Facebook DM or something of somebody selling their cars. This is how I would enter it. And I would just smoothly enter in by just trying to convince them to let the car cash flow. Because think about it right now. If a person is selling their car, right, they're looking to get rid of that car soon. And while they're looking to get rid of that car, they could just be renting it, you understand? And then you think about it right now. A person driving a car, especially when a car is rented, the biggest advertise they could have is somebody renting that car with a for sale sign on it. Think about that, right? Because somebody renting that car with a for sale sign on it, that is them driving around that car for you, advertising that car to be sold. So you probably sell that car faster. You probably sell that car faster because people are naturally seeing it at the grocery stores, at an office, like just wherever else that renter is driving to, right? I think about these things and I would just talk to the person, whoever the prospect is that I'm trying to get them to send me their cars. And I can tell you right now, like most times, if you do this 3-4 times, you're going to start to pick up patterns of what people are asking you. And now after that, you can basically just answer a question before somebody even asks it, right? So it's just so cool because most people don't even know that this method exists, the OPC method, other people's car method. And I've just been doing it for years right now. I'm 5 years in doing this business, and like I've just scaled up to so many cars. So we scaled up to about 52 cars, and so far we're just growing. Right now I'm kind of like chill of taking more cars now because I'm running out of space. So I don't really have a lot of space to keep cars, but I'm working on just getting some space right now. I'll announce that to you guys whenever we basically talk again, you know. But if you guys like this video, if you found value from this video, just subscribe to the video. Let me know what you think, and let me know if this video has helped you. In the next video, what I really want to show you guys is the 5 best top performing cars that you can get from using the OPC method, or you can even, on the way how you can convince somebody to give you that specific car so you can cash flow with that car, right? So I'll show you the 5 cars that does the best on Turo and does the best with car rentals, right? So I'll see you in the next video.